Hi, today we're going to change out the struts on this 2010 Subaru Forester. Now, symptoms of bad struts are clunking noises heard from the front or rear of the car bounces when hitting dips or potholes, it leans to one side or even sways when the car is making a turn, signs of uneven tire wear, and lots of oil on the strut. So stay tuned. Well, we'll start off with the car on jacks, also a jack in place, and the tire removed. This is the front left strut. Now the ABS sensor and the hydraulic brake line are held on by a 12mm screw. The top bolt is the cam bolt. It is used to get the camber within spec. Clean and mark this bolt with a marker, of course. I used a silver marker that doesn't show up well at this angle. There is a smudge around like one mark, and you can see that in the video. I made the mark straight up before I took off the old strut, and that's where I left it with the new strut. The top bolt, the cam bolt, has a washer. Support the wheel brake hub after it is disconnected from the strut. After removing the 3 top nuts, remove the strut. Careful not to rest the strut on the drive shaft boot or a hose or brake line. Now make sure the strut marked left with an L goes on the left front side of the car as seen from the driver's seat. Install the new strut. The top 3 nuts might be a different size than the old ones. Tighten just enough to hold the strut. You're going to torque it later. Connect the strut to the wheel hub. The cam bolt goes in the top hole with a washer. The lower bolt does not have a washer. On this car, the bolt head size was 19mm. Turn the bolt until the mark is straight up, or wherever you made it on the old strut. Secure the brake line and ABS sensor wire. Torque to spec. Find the specs in the Subaru car maintenance manual or contact Subaru or get your local auto parts guy to print out the specs for you. This car has been turned 180 degrees so the open garage allows more light in for the job. The tops of the rear struts are found under the rear deck, under the foam on either side of the spare tire. Each rear strut has only 2 mounting bolts. The rear struts are mounted inside the control arm. It is necessary to remove 3 bolts. Of course, I got those mixed up and discovered that and had to correct it. You'll see that corrected in the video. I believe they are 2 of those are 14 millimeter bolt heads. At this point, install the new strut. There's also a jack stand holding up the car as well, so please don't rely on a piece of wood to hold up the car. Now here you can see that I used the wrong bolt for the strut. I later figured this out. I corrected the bolt mix-up and torqued the nuts to spec. Put the tire on and then lowered the car. The other rear strut went much faster. A large screwdriver helped line things up. Hi, I'm David Loving. Today I'm going to show you how to change out the struts, the front and rear struts, on a 2010 Subaru Forester.